Cool world. Yeah. Top down, see way back. Riding all through the city with a bad one. Tell me why I gotta be.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to the Today in Millenia podcast, our very special holiday episode. I am, of course, your host, Nicholas Pierre, joined across from me and to my left by none other than our voice of reason, the wonderfully powerful Miss Maheen Sabani. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning.
A fabulous morning. So we're recording this in the morning. Normally we record at 9 o'clock. Oh, shout out to Lordia. This is my Today in Millennia mug. You can't really see it from that far, but that's our first bit of merch. You can't have that for free. So we're here for our holiday episode. Make sure to say holiday episode. And of course, sitting next to Maheen, hailing all the way from Union City, New Jersey, via Honduran, via Puerto Rico, Alexio, Fast Hands Rivera. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Feeling very itchy this morning. I don't know. There's something in this office that's
It's not the office, dude.
very.
It's not the office.
My knees and my elbows.
You gotta
are
clean
itchy.
your sheets, bro. You gotta use the washing machine every now and again. It's important.
It's just my knees and elbows.
It's just so
For some
funny.
reason.
100%.
His extremities.
And for our holiday episode, I think we should start with what's everyone doing for their holiday. Beanie, what are you doing for your holiday?
Honestly, I'm chilling and sleeping and eating.
But Dad's not doing the greatest. So would you be in Florida had Dad been doing
For
that?
sure. I would
Okay.
have been in Florida.
Have you done your first ever Christmas yet?
No.
This was it?
Yeah.
Missed out.
Yeah.
Chris's family's probably fun too. You
They are
missed
so
out.
fun. I really do love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. He's awesome. So they're probably fun people. So you didn't get to do your inaugural Christmas, so you're just chilling. So for everyone out there, have Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I think is one of them. And if you just got 2 random days off, good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for fucking you.
For sure.
I prefer it. What are you doing for?
Actually, you guys should be very honored that I missed out on going to Pennsylvania to visit my family just so I could do this.
You did. So you're not going to see them at all, just so we can film the
My
podcast.
sister has to work tomorrow, so it's just me and my sister hanging out.
Oh, that's
Really?
fun.
Yeah.
Well, so you partly saved for the podcast, partly because your sister would have been all by herself.
Yeah, I guess. Half and half.
You can try to say it was for us, but we
This
appreciate
is
it.
mostly.
Yeah. So thanks, Alexio, for staying back and staying with the podcast. Maheen, since it is an area of topic of conversation, do you care if somebody says Merry Christmas to you on the way out of the store?
I don't give a shit.
You don't
I'm
care at
saying
all.
Merry Christmas back.
You do, right?
I do at this point. Like, I'm not going to be like, excuse me, sir. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, you fucking bastard. You know what? I feel like that's got to be a white people thing. It's probably white people who celebrate Christmas that make the biggest stink about saying Happy Holidays.
I think it's old people.
I think it's older white women.
Yeah, I really think that's what it is.
Karens of the
Older
world.
white women.
Karens of the world.
They're trying so hard, the Karens of the world, to separate from white men that they'll do anything to jump on the minority side. Whatever they can do. No more Merry Christmas around here, motherfucker. Everyone's like, we don't give a shit.
And then the beta white guys are the ones following through.
The incels. The incels. They're like, yeah, we're about that. Happy holidays. And like I say happy holidays, and I think it just sounds better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
When it comes to something like, if I'm talking about a holiday party, I'm going to say holiday party because I don't know who I'm going to offend, but
Right.
I don't care.
no, you don't care.
I don't care
Right.
at all.
And I think a lot of people are like that. Personally, they can
Yeah.
give a shit less.
I feel like a lot of people get offended over a holiday party on both sides of the spectrum, but I think holiday party makes sense because we do want everyone to come.
Yeah.
Right? We want
It's
everybody.
a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
You know, and Christmas traditions are they just happen to be the funnest. Like it just is what it is.
It
you
is
know?
what it
It's
is,
like
yeah.
Christmas is probably the #1 holiday in terms of fun shit to do. I mean, you give people shit. It's such a white person holiday. You just give people free shit just
Yeah.
for being alive and being related to you. You know, maybe people I've bought gifts for where I'm just like, why? Because you want to date this fucking chick? I gotta buy a fucking second set of slippers? What are you fucking kidding me right now?
That's generous.
It's so funny. Like you do sometimes. You just have to. It's a hassle. I wish I had 2
I
days
want to
off.
propose something for Christmas.
What's your
For the
proposal?
world. Only people in their first few years of college and younger should get gifts.
Everybody else is not allowed.
Everybody else doesn't get gifts.
What? I love giving presents.
Yeah. Tell Miss Iris that she'll freak out, dude.
The thing is, you're an adult. Just get your own shit.
It is very true.
I feel like with all the stuff that I bought, I could have just bought myself stuff. And those people with all the stuff they bought, they could have just got themselves stuff.
It is very true.
You know? And the kids don't have money. College kids barely have any food. So we should get them something. But everybody else should just get a job.
But I feel like my mom, she likes buying us stuff. Like, she likes it.
Hey, if you like it, then it shouldn't be like a social pressure to do it.
Yeah.
I get that. I do think about that sometimes. But I love it. I love, like,
there is some
trying to
pressure.
figure out what's
She's a really good gift giver, though.
I am. Did you use the wireless charger yet?
Not yet, but I can't wait to do
You're a good
it.
gift
I
giver?
asked him what he wanted for Christmas, and he goes, underwear. I'm like, I'm not getting you underwear.
That's what you asked for? What the fuck? I thought I did well with your why would you ask your friend's friend?
Why is that weird?
Why is that weird?
Well,
she asked me what I wanted.
So Bud got him underwear.
Bud got you
Bud got me.
I saw the polo
nice
underwear. That was you, the color.
Shout out to Bud.
Thanks, Bud. You're the
He
man.
some nice underwear.
You're the man, Bud. Fucking asked for underwear, dude. I think I did pretty well with Joel. I got him this Notorious B.I.G. shirt with the baby on the front of it, like from the yeah. And then I got him like a 6-pack of like Hasbro socks that had like Monopoly in it, Life, and all that shit.
Oh, that's
Actually,
cool.
I think I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Because some people did some shitty ass gifts in the Secret Santa. I feel bad.
Mean got me cool gel.
He picked the gel from Amazon.
picked
It was
some
$3 gel. Like, I'm
I
not
was like,
getting
that's
you
what I
this.
want. And
See, but look how excited everybody is talking about what they got people, what their gifts are. I think you're inch-mate. I think you're 2-1. You're voted out. Majority rules, man. We're giving gifts, dude. Now we're gonna get you more gifts and make sure. And you know what's funny is I would prefer not to get any gifts.
You know what's weird? The weirdest thing.
I just want to feel great about myself. That's probably what it is. I just want to give all the gifts and be like, man,
I would prefer to give gifts to you. I like giving gifts. But here's the thing. The weirdest thing about giving gifts is when you're in a newer relationship and you don't know if you're gonna go too hard on the gift or too soft on the gift.
Yeah.
You know?
It's rough.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's rough. Yeah. Plus, I never want to spend money, so I'm like debating because like I have this problem. If I spend the money, and I think the value on the product was good, worth it. I'll spend whatever amount of money. But then there's like that double value because like that's just me when I buy shit for myself. Like, okay, does the perceived value match the perceived price? But then I got to give it to someone and hope that the perceived value match. Because if their reaction sucks or their gift to me was like way worse or whatever, now I'm just in my head racking $80 fucking of overspend that I just did on this stupid chick that's not even gonna be here by next week and doesn't even like the thing, you know. So that's always a tough one,
You
right
might not
there.
even be together.
Yeah, exactly, and you don't even like it that much, you know. And I thought you would, and blah blah blah. I think people should receive gifts better too. Like you should always act fired up. I hate when people don't act fired up. It's like, dude, you're off the gift.
Did you hear about the kids that were throwing shit into the fire?
Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't remember. I didn't read the whole thing because it pissed me off just reading the title. Because like I never was in a position in my life to be like, oh fuck you for taking too long or you're annoying me. Let me throw your present into the fire.
Kids are fucking ingrates,
Kids
dude.
are the worst.
You kids out there, you're all ingrates.
Appreciate your stuff.
Appreciate your stuff. My brother's an ingrate.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst. Like, thanks. Oh, thanks. Like, now he's better. He's older, but he used to just be like, thanks. Oh. And I would always like make a huge. I love it so much. You know, like I just think it's good. Like that's what I would want somebody to do with my gift. So that's what I try to do. So that's it on the holidays. You can say happy holidays. This is not a Christmas special, just so everybody knows it is a holiday special. We stay PC over here regardless of what we might talk about.
Even though with our Christmas tree.
This is a holiday tree.
Stuff.
This is a holiday tree here. It's got holiday stuff on it. These are drums. The drummer boy, he was from the Middle East, so he definitely celebrated
Was
something
Jewish.
else. Yeah, he was Jewish, right?
Yeah.
He was before Jesus, so we got the drums there.
We got a star.
Ping pong balls for all our frat daddies out there. We got tons of stuff in here. It's a holiday tree. All right, so what do we have on the agenda for the holiday episode?
Other than that first topic, nothing else is holiday related.
Well,
Other than my sweater.
Other than Alexia's sweater, shout out to Alexio wearing Maheen's cat on his sweater.
Momo.
for everyone at home.
Not Momo the homo, if that's what you guys are thinking.
Don't ever think that.
Where's that from?
I just made it up in there 45 minutes ago. Before we started, dude. Jeez Louise, and this guy's running the show here? What the hell? Like, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
I feel like that's like a queer monkey. Momo the homo.
We can make a fucking whole cartoon probably. And everyone like he's so brave.
He just swings a little weird.
He's so brave, dude. He's so brave.
Swings a little too
Oh
far
my
to
god,
the left.
that would be hilarious.
That would be so funny.
That would be hilarious. All right, so
Okay,
what do we got?
I figure we start off with a classic topic, in my opinion.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, and I feel like we keep going back to
We
this
have to,
impeachment thing
We have
because
to.
it's
part
the
of our
biggest
job.
thing in the news. Even though nothing really is going on, I mean, the news will tell you different. Explosive.
What's your favorite word?
Who was it on?
What's your favorite word? The V word. Bombs going off.
Oh, it's like
A bombshell.
a bombshell or
Bombshell, dude.
explosive new evidence and all this other crap that they try to shove in your face.
Powers,
Basically what's happening right now in the Senate, the articles of impeachment was pushed through and now they're trying to figure out how they're going to proceed. The Democrats want to bring in new evidence and new witnesses, and the Republicans are saying it's not our job to find new evidence. You already pushed the articles through. Let's just vote on the damn thing and move on, which we already know it has to come down through a vote, and the Republicans, by and large, are dead set on just
Throwing it away.
throwing it away. So
Yeah.
nothing's gonna happen at the end of the day, guys.
No, it's
Move
over.
on.
No, it's over. Yeah, the rant was the rant. It was just hoping that we don't keep doing this to everybody.
Yeah.
But as far as this one goes, it's done. They're gonna throw it out. Senate's gonna throw it. They have to throw it out. There's no evidence. And I get what Senate's saying. Like, it wasn't our job to dig up the evidence. You're the one who wanted to push it so quick. You're the one who wanted to do this thing in 12 weeks instead of
Right.
taking the year it should take or 2 years it should take. So if you don't have enough evidence, so be it. We're gonna run this trial and we're gonna run it with no evidence. And in America, you can't get proven
And what's the timeline?
guilty.
Normally.
There is none, really. The
Yeah.
impeachment is tough. The way it's written in the Constitution, that's why this is able to go through. Like, Nancy didn't do anything wrong. I was yelling illegal. I was saying un-American. That's why I was trying to say it wasn't. Nothing's illegal about what they do. It's like un-American. Like, when they made the law, though, all they said is that if the House feels as though the president has broken a law or committed something against his power, blah blah blah, in big old timey words.
For sure.
But it's really like you could kind of interpret it any way you want. It's
Right,
not
right.
really like cut and dry.
Got
So
it.
that's why this is going on, because there's no way to say you can or you can't do it, or
Right,
what's
right.
the precedent for it. This is just the first time it's ever been done without an actual law being broken. It doesn't mean that it's illegal not to do it, so that's why it's a little dicey.
I am
but-
curious to see what it is, the other evidence or whatever they were talking about in terms of like.
They're saying that there's this email that was released already, so we have it, but it's heavily redacted, so most of the stuff you can't even see.
Okay.
But there's somebody in his in the White House who was telling him to withhold the aid to Ukraine. So they're saying like there's more people who know. We got to bring them in for questioning.
Okay.
But again, if the Republicans are not willing to listen to it and they're just gonna vote on it anyway,
And that's the problem is that
let's move on to climate change.
Yeah, like
or
let's do something else.
getting rid of people's debt, student loan debt.
Let's
or
do something
The
else.
Flint water crisis.
The Flint
The
water
Flint
crisis.
water, they're never gonna get water. Go get a filter. Go get Brita. I don't know what to tell
Let's
you.
give 'em some
Get a
filters,
fucking Brita.
damn
Just
it.
send them Britas. Who gives a shit? You're never gonna fix the whole water problem. No, I mean there is more important things that can be done.
There's so many more
This
important
is
things,
just
yeah.
nonsense, and it's ridiculous because obviously, clearly, the Senate's like we're not gonna kick him out without any evidence, and the House is like, well, we couldn't find any, and we still can't.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, what are we doing then? Let's just stop wasting our time.
Yeah.
Let's push some Democratic debates and let's fucking see who they're gonna put up
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
talking about that, Tulsi Gabbard had a town hall meeting, right? A town hall rally, I think in Virginia, and this lady asked, "Hey, I saw you on Joe Rogan with Jocko, and do you think it's ever possible, or is there any rules around for Joe Rogan to host a debate?"
What did
And
she say?
she was just like, "Well, shout out to you for loving Joe Rogan."
Yeah. That would be sick.
How sick would that?
4 or 5 hour Joe
Literally
Rogan
5-hour
debate.
podcast that would be.
Yeah.
But I would listen to every
I would
minute
listen
of
to it too.
And she was like, unfortunately, there's a law that was passed in 2016 saying that you're not allowed to be on the same stage at the same time unless it's an official DNC debate, which
That's why.
they only give them 75 seconds at the most to answer a
Right.
very
And you
complex
can't get your point across.
question.
Yeah, you can't get your. And Joe Rogan talks about it all the time. You can't get your point across that fast.
Jesus. Yeah.
Like even even like the soundbite things, like that's why I think like some people do like this form of getting their information because it's long form. It's like you can get through your thoughts. You can like work through your thoughts. In a soundbite, anyone's gonna sound stupid. Like in 2 seconds, like it's hard to get everything out there. That's why Bernie sounds so crazy. But when he went on Joe Rogan, everybody's like, he's not so that normal, crazy. Yeah, he's kind of normal. Yeah, exactly. So that's funny that somebody brought it up though.
Yeah,
so I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really all I got. You got anything? No, it is what it is. They're gonna throw it out.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw it out. People, move on.
Be just like the what's it called, Robert Mueller?
Yeah, the Mueller report. Oh, sorry, there was nothing in there.
And nothing happened.
What happened, dude?
They got him.
All right, what do we got next?
The next thing might be something that gets people fired up on both sides of the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
And I will start by explaining it, and then you guys give me your 2 cents on it. Sorry about this crazy looking picture.
I like the look. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, if I feel like if this person was an adult, it would be just fine. But it's a child, and what we're going to talk about today is a new term called kinder drag.
Kinder drag.
And basically, it's from these children who were inspired by, what's the name of the show?
Drag Race.
Shows like RuPaul's Drag Race and other shows like that on Bravo and TLC, who were inspired to express themselves in this way by dressing in drag, based off of these shows. And if you guys haven't seen these shows, you know, these men dressed like women, you know, fabulously, you know, some of it's like crazy looking artwork and dresses.
Sure, yeah.
It looks really, really cool, and if these guys are into it, more power to them. I think people should do whatever they want to do. I only have an issue when it comes to stuff like this, because this is a child, and these children from 6-year-old all the way to even 17 years old. I mean, you're still a child. You're still considered a child at that point.
Yeah.
You know, they're letting them express themselves however they want, and if it was a little 11-year-old girl, you wouldn't let them wear a short skirt or put on too much makeup or dress this crazy.
Scantily.
It's so nuts when you just give a 6-year-old free range to do whatever they want. As a 6-year-old, I was a dumb kid. As a 21-year-old,
26-year-old, I was dumb as dog shit.
I look back on my decisions as a young
like
teenager, young adult, you know, in my early 20s, and I was so stupid, and I regret so many of the decisions that I made.
I wanted to be a gangster. Should they have just let me do it? I wanted to be fucking Jimmy Conway from Goodfellas. Should they just have let me rob at the airport? It's crazy talk to like allow this. What do you think, Beanie?
I mean, again, I think it looks great if it's art, if it's, you know, known that this is part of like a theatrics or a part of something that is going to be conceived as art. But I mean, again, I was a shithead at 21 too. You know, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I remember going through my emo phase in high school, and because I like loved Good Charlotte, and I don't know if you guys remember, Benji Madden used to draw eyeliner lines down to here, and I wanted to do that so badly, and I'm like, thank God I wasn't allowed to do that.
My friend was
there would have been so many pictures of that.
Oh
but God. I did the emo thing too, yeah. I used to watch Viva La Bam and wear my freaking audio.
Did you wear the black?
No,
black stuff?
No, I was a starting quarterback, bro. I couldn't be walking around with makeup on. But I did have my BAM shirts and my Volcom on. I had my Volcom shirts and shit.
Did you love your tech deck?
I had tech decks. I had everything.
You still love
your
tech deck. Someone gives you a tech deck right now, you're entertained for 45
at least 45 until I get whatever I want to do. As soon as I do that, then I'm bored of everything that I do. I set a quick, immediate goal that I can hit very quickly. This is my whole life. I hit it and then I give up whatever that is.
I remember we were in Jersey, and I think somebody we hired down there had a tech deck, and you were like, "Oh, let me see that." Pop, pop. 45 minutes during the morning, and then. That's all he was into for weeks after that. He bought his own. He bought the thing to change it and modify.
I think I like visited your office around that time because I saw the tech decks up there.
I had them in the desk drawer. Like when I was waiting in between interviews, I used to do on my computer.
Just hear clacking from your office.
Oh, the desk is the best place to do it. Oh my God.
I saw a Jewel tech deck the other day, and I'm like, this is Nick.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah. Well, he made it himself.
You can Jewel. Oh yeah. So back to this. So my opinion on this. This is ridiculous. I mean, I have a problem when people whose brains are not fully developed are doing things that are really an adult should be making that decision. Like, you're dressing like a girl. Like, so you're a dude. You're dressing like this. That's a guy, right? As a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
Violet Vixen.
Young man. So because it's a young man, she could dress up or he could dress up, whatever they want to be called as. I mean, she looks 25 there. 25, 26.
Yeah.
Are we setting that? Is that what we want? Like, do we want them approached by people who like 25, 26-year-old makeup done up drag
I have no
queens?
problem with
Like what are we
a boy
looking at? What are we
dressing
looking
like a
after?
girl.
No,
But
no.
the drag again. If it's not art, it's not practical. I don't get it. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah. Like you shouldn't be walking around like this.
I kind of do though. I do have a little bit of a problem because, and maybe I'm an asshole, but when you're that young, I think you should probably try your best to, be like, hey, you can really wear whatever you want, but boys wear this, girls wear this. This is why. Explain that. Make it make sense to the child. Give them some time for that to make sense. If at the end of 15, 16, 17, 18 years it still doesn't make sense, then maybe there is a little girl living inside of this boy. I don't know how it works, but whatever it is, and it's clearly a mental, they call it, what is it, gender dysphoria. It's mental dysphoria. So you have a dysphoria, you aren't what you think. But at 6, come on, any little boy could see a pretty girl at school that he has a crush on, maybe, that's fucking making his little willy tingle, and he's like, I want to look like her. Like, no, you don't, Stewie. You want to kiss her, you idiot. You just don't know it yet. You need like 10 more years, but you'll figure it out. So maybe he thinks that, or his best friend at school is a girl. Oh, she's cool, and she's good at sports, and she wears a dress. So, like, he doesn't know. Like, you need to break that down, I think, and explain like the way the world works first before you let your child go ahead and just change up the rules. Like,
Life
boom.
has to happen.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle decision that child is making because it wants attention. I think that's what Alexio brought up. Every little kid wants attention, and whatever they can do to get it. And when they see their parents worshiping RuPaul and the drag queen show and everybody else on the learning on our good friends over at the Learning Channel, all that stuff, I want to do that too because mommy will love me then. Like it makes perfect fucking sense. You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. And to not look at that factor and just be like, hey, it's freedom. It's whatever they want to do. Hey, it's self-expression. I mean, you're probably gonna cause issues for, I would say, 60 to 70% of the kids, just because of the numbers that we just looked up. The LGBT community makes up what percentage of the American population?
4.5% of the whole
4.5% of the American population. So I mean, we're talking about all these boys here like that. They're not even 4.5% of any population. They're much larger than that. If you look at just the people in their grades, they're probably a higher population than that of people doing this. And so that it can't be just that person has this feeling, this dysphoria. It has to be some of these guys are gonna eventually grow up and be like, I can't believe I did that.
Right.
And now we're dealing with a whole new set of issues. I think the issues get worse if you do this and then decide it was a bad idea than if you're like, wait, I think you should hold up, and then you decide it's a good idea later. You know what I mean? Like my dad didn't let me work out until I was 14. It didn't hurt my physical activity, but it could have had he let me do it when I was 8. I could have stunted my growth. I could have destroyed a lot of things. And so he said, no, 14's the age I waited to. 14's the age you wait to. And I did that, and it didn't stop me from being athletic or physical or whatever. It didn't like detriment my growth.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing here. I think, like, come on.
Same with like anything. Like, why is the age to get a tattoo 18, right? Because it's something permanent. You
Right.
have to have it.
And if
You
you're a
have
dumb
social
prick,
media
then you're a
back
dumb
in the
prick.
day,
Yeah.
like having kids, wait till you're old enough to have a kid. Like
Yeah.
any decision that you're gonna make that's gonna affect you. I mean, I have my fucking tattoos on my back, and I sometimes think about
Don't tell
the fact
anyone.
that I shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is.
But it is what it is, right? And at least you were a little bit older, and you could be like, I was 18, not my mom slammed it on me at 6.
Right.
You know, I think that's a little bit.
Oh my God, imagine.
Yeah, I mean, imagine
I'm
the
sure
therapy some of these kids are going to be in, you know? Yeah, my mom fucking put eyelashes on me, like, oh, Jesus. Your mom didn't do it, Twitter did it.
Twitter, yeah.
The outrage culture of Twitter did it. Everybody's expressing themselves, and look, I mean, yeah, he looks great, I guess, if you want to say. I've been to drag shows.
Great.
Yeah, I've been to drag shows. I'm into them. They're kind of fun.
I'm jealous about those wings.
You think he
but
did it, or you think his mom did it?
His mom did it. That's what's
he
crazy
did it. He's
about
got the free time. His mom does not have time to do that.
Yeah, you think that's all part of it, probably.
Yeah,
Kids
because
have
these
time.
kids watch these YouTube videos and do it. You're like,
Well, yeah, there's this kid,
Tutorials?
Charles. He's like the biggest makeup
I forget his
monster
name.
on the planet, dude.
Well, no, there was that little controversy.
Yeah,
going on
but
at
he's
the
still
time.
number 1.
Yeah.
He finished number 1. But yeah, so there are big time makeup people that the girls are all watching. A lot of them are guys. A lot of them are guys in drag that do the makeup.
But they're
show you how to
adults.
do it. But
A
they're
lot of them are
adults,
adults.
and they're making that choice. And I think they need to distinguish that they're adults. I remember Milo Yiannopoulos came on Joe Rogan a long time ago and was talking about how he felt like he was the predator when he was 16 banging old dudes. And and Joe's like trying to explain, like, listen, it might have been okay for you, but you're not going to sit on my show and promote that it's okay for 40-year-old men to have sex with 16-year-old boys. And I do get that. Like when I was 16, I mean, I could make all my decisions. Like no old lady was going to sleep with me and I didn't know what was happening. So I get it being like a little old for your age. But to promote it is bad, and I think that's what this is doing. You know what I mean? It's just promoting it. Just putting it out there. So that's what we got on the drag racing kids. You let us know what you think.
Kinder drag.
Kinder drag. All right, so that's it for my opinion today.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, wonderful. What do we got next,
I
Alexia?
think that would be a cool show. Drag racing kids.
Drag racing kid. That I'll watch.
Kids in drag racing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the kids in drag.
Yeah, I
don't know
think
how
just
they're gonna
kids
fit
drag
into-
racing.
Well, kids do drag racing.
Maybe they girly up their car
I don't know.
and then they race.
It's not very aerodynamically.
No, I think they should girly up everything if we're gonna make some money. If this is going on the Learning Channel, we're gonna
Yeah, you got to go kind of extreme.
and they might have to be
with it.
midgets too. And I think tall, normal, like average size.
Drag racing
Yeah,
little
drag
people.
racing little people, children.
Yeah.
Because you need a lot of stuff to make it on the Learning
I
Channel
feel
these
like
days.
that's so unsafe.
Yeah.
First of all, extra lashes and not being able to see. I don't like it.
Small fingers.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
well, checkers are wreckers, baby. That's what the Barstool Sports guy says. That's how you make money in NASCAR. You either win or you get crashed.
Yeah.
That's it. Checkers are wreckers.
That's hilarious.
All right.
All right, so next topic is too far or not far enough.
Oh, what's a good one?
Yeah. So, do you want to explain this?
Yeah.
I mean, he loves this
Makes
stuff.
me a little
I mean,
uncomfortable, honestly.
Honestly, well, and I don't want people to, like, I didn't want to talk about this because I'm like, I talked about paint tanning and now this is happening, but it is what it is. So,
You're into some weird stuff, man.
it's not
Maheen,
me.
you gotta get off the
It's
internet.
not
Get
me.
Maheen off the
It's not
internet.
me. Chris gave me this idea.
Hashtag get Chris and
Hashtag
Maheen off
thank
the
you,
internet.
Chris. But yeah, so he was talking about South Park and it's his favorite show, and he was just like, you have to listen to this clip, right? And he's talking about how, and again, South Park covers all of what's happening in the world that's important, right?
Of
As
course.
we know.
They're as good as it gets at
So
it.
they were talking about fecal transplants, and I love that this article is the rise of the do-it-yourself fecal transplant. Because doctors have said maybe you shouldn't do this on your own, but again, it is what it is. So this is essentially people who are
Or do
taking
it.
healthy fecal matter, poop, and putting it into a turkey baster and putting it into sick people, right? So
But
people who into their butts, yeah,
Into
to
their butts.
directly transplant it into their bowels.
I guess, yeah.
I guess, so that their healthy fecal matter creates a healthy biome in the sick people, right? So these are people with like ulcerative colitis and intestinal problems and
Yeah,
whatever.
they're
maybe.
transferring nutrients and healthy bacteria into someone else's body. Because in your body, there's a microbiome, different bacteria that help us process food, give us nutrients from what they absorb and what they produce. Weird.
That's where I'm at with it. I can't see shooting someone else's feces up your own asshole as being good for you. I just can't. To me,
can't see it.
listen, my stepdad owned a cesspool company. I pumped porta potties, I pumped shitter. I literally shoveled shit. So if you think you did worse than me, you got another thing coming, big fella. But I literally shoveled shit, and I mean, the running like knowledge around there is gloves and don't let it touch you. It's disgusting. It is literally the most disgusting shit on the planet. It's not that bad. Your nose isn't gonna get fucked up, but you can't don't touch it. We wore gloves and boots and steel-toed boots, and we worked with hydrochloric acid and shit to burn it down. Like, it's no joke. Shit is no joke. Yeah, when you used to go, it's called air raiding. It's the worst thing ever. You stick this big pipe down in the cesspool, blow the clumped up shit from the bottom, blow air into it so it loosens up. And then you dump gallons of hydrochloric acid down there to eat the fucking shit up, because in a septic tank, you know, there's no other way to get it out. You either got to pump it out, but in a cesspool, you can break it up and then kill it, and it'll seep into the ground and it becomes like fertilizer or whatever. So on Long Island, you can do a little bit of both. But regardless, there's a little bit of knowledge on how septic systems work. But regardless of how it works, it's gross.
Yeah.
You don't touch it. If it gets on you, you fucking clean it. We had tons of soap on the truck, all this stuff, the Fast Orange, like antibacterial, right as soon as you finish the job. Like, it's other people's shit. It's as bad as it. I'd rather get puked on. Because puke's only been in that thing for a little while, and then it came back out. Shit is fully... Your body, to me, shit is like you're rinsing out all the good shit from your food, and then everything else comes out your asshole. And you're going to put that back up inside of you.
That's a great way to put it. That's a great visual.
That's what I always thought.
But let me ask you a question. If that nasty shit was going to make you super healthy, would you put it in your butt?
Probably. Probably, dude. Especially if you could like reverse all the years of smoking did to me. Like,
Yeah.
I would
So
do that.
if it was gonna make your knees great again and your neck not hurt.
Alexio's got knee problems.
Yeah, I do. Guys, they're still itchy.
Like my knees don't hurt. Yeah, he's got these itchy knees. Look, my knees don't hurt, dude. What the hell's wrong with you?
You're still young.
No, but
25.
yeah, I'm 27,
27.
and I am not hurting in the knees yet. I can still move around a little bit, but no, I mean, yeah, I guess, but
Turkey baster, just
Oh, man.
well,
just whoom.
it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. I would rather their blood. I like the plasma switching that people are doing. That
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
into. Like, I'll pump Tom Brady's blood by the pint load inside of me, dude. Like, you wouldn't even know. I would suck him dry, dude. Leave him dead.
Which brings us to...
Oh, yeah. So let's see what South Park's take on the Tom Brady. This is hilarious.
So South Park did a whole episode on this, and I would definitely go watch it. I just saw a few clips of it, and it looks South Park. It looks
it's
like
right on
South Park.
YouTube. It's
So good.
journalist. The videos under
Questions?
journalists want Tom Brady's feces.
Can we have your poop? No, guys, I'm not going to take any requests for my microbiome. I just want to focus on the team. We're 10-1 now, you know, but we can't let up. Yeah.
Please, can we have your poop?
Okay, I'm not going to stand here, you guys. It's just, does anyone have a real question?
Tom, after you leave here, are you going to go eat somewhere or go right home?
No. See, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm going because then you're all going to try and follow me into the bathroom. You're not taking my feces, so unless you have a football question, we're done here.
Can we buy your poop?
Dude, South Park is one of the best shows on television by far. It's so funny. They're spot on with everything. Like, they're on top of everything. They're way better than us to get on top of shit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
They just know,
They
dude.
really get into it.
So yeah, so fecal,
Transplant.
too far. Fecal transplants, too far for me.
People have died.
far.
2 people have died.
Yeah, I changed my mind last. 2 people have died. Oh, 100%. It makes sense, dude. That's what I mean. Like, I get, like, my outlook on shit from that job is, like, not good. And anybody who knows me, like, I'm fairly dirty. I'm not a germy guy. Like, they make fun of me for my new cup. Lordia says, we'll all know it's yours because you just rinse it out. You won't clean it. But, I mean, it's just coffee and just maybe somebody else's mouth. And I'd wipe it off with just real quick, water. And I'm not scared of that. But shit, I'm terrified of shit.
Yeah.
Like, shit is something that I believe is seeping. Like, you know, people are like, oh, you touched that. I mean, you touched what? The steering wheel? Give me a break, dude. He'll be fine. You don't need Purell for that. But you touch somebody's shit, you do. It can seep in your shit, it'll seep in your skin, you'll die. That's what goes on in my brain. So it's a nay for me. It's a too
good
far
option.
for me.
Would if you want to improve your
Kissing each other's
microbiome.
mouths.
No, just probiotics.
Yeah, like
Just
kombucha. Just drink fucking kombuchas. And
Is
you'll
it
be
kombucha?
I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
Kombucha.
Kombucha. But it's definitely a
Drink some
microbiotic.
kombucha.
A probiotic.
Yeah,
What is it
probiotic.
called? Probiotic.
You could take some Activia. You could just take some probiotic pills.
Just drink some fucking Gatorade and go for a run for it.
Yeah.
What do you need to do all this crazy shit?
Poop in your poop.
Yeah, so too far for me. What about you, Beanie?
Too far.
Too far.
Too
Too
far.
far for everybody. If you think
Go
it's
to
not
a
far enough, you
doctor.
send it on over.
Unless it's Tom Brady's poop, don't do it.
All right. If it's Tom Brady's poop, I don't even want Tom Brady. I want his
That's your
blood.
best
Yeah,
shot.
I'll
I
take
want
his
his
plasma.
blood,
I'll
dude.
take his plasma.
I'll take his plasma, dude.
All right, so
Stem cells.
next topic is today in memes, and I figured we do a holiday one, so I
Yeah,
got it earlier.
all right.
All right, so you guys heard of Elf on a Shelf, right?
Uh huh.
Have you heard of what is it?
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now get ready. Okay, so it's a picture of Shrek, and he's sitting on a deck, and he's standing on a deck. So it's Shrek on a deck.
Shrek on a deck.
All right. So what? They have a bunch of these.
Yeah.
You may have heard of Elf. These for Peach on a beach.
Yeah.
Let's see how many I can get. Hillary on a blunt.
Cunt on a blunt.
Cunt on a blunt. That's so bad, dude. How'd you get that quick?
You know, we were looking at this for a few minutes. We couldn't get it. Who got it?
It was Chris.
Chris instantly got it.
I looked at it for
No,
1 second.
It was on a grunt. It was cunt on a grunt because of the soldier.
Oh.
Cunt on a. Cunt
Yeah,
on
because it was
grunt.
a soldier, not a blunt. But he got that Hillary.
Damn,
was
that's an
cunt.
even harder one to get.
Yeah.
Oh wait, click the Danny DeVito one. DeVito on a speedo.
LeBron on the grunt.
On the Quran.
I was like, Kobe? No.
Kobe? I only knew LeBron. I didn't even read the Quran. Oh my God, Goku on a Roku. What the fuck, dude? Who is that?
This?
Dwight on the spray?
Do I know the spread? I'm not a huge Office guy.
Oh my god, it's the best show.
That's what everybody says. What the heck was his name?
Mike on a...
King in the Hill. King in the
Hank.
No,
Hank on a tank.
Hank on a tank, yeah.
It's a propane tank.
Dude, these are so good. Kim Jong-un.
On the moon.
Kim Jong-un on the moon. What is that?
That's Shelf on an Elf.
Oh,
So the
so
Morty
stupid.
on a 40 was the first one I saw.
Morty
I
on a
love this.
40. This is all good stuff, dude. Wait, what's the one with PewDiePie?
Who's
Oh,
PewDiePie?
people were calling him Nazi for a while.
Oh,
Yahtzee
yeah,
on a Nazi.
That's like that. PewDiePie's the king of YouTube.
What's this one?
8 on a tit. Dude, what is that? A fucking Drake on
I don't
cornbread?
get it.
Does he not have teeth in this picture?
I have no idea. If you're at home and you can
Drake
tell.
on a cake?
Drake on a cake. That's what it is. Yeah.
Scooby on a doobie.
Scooby on a doobie.
Scooby.
Ah, that's what it was.
I
That's
just
good.
said
How
that.
you getting all these
Come on.
fucking reefer fucking references? And then Fred on a bed. That would be Fred Flintstone.
But-
Oh, Snape on a vape. Harry Potter. Snape on a vape.
Oh, that's fun.
Dude,
Oh,
I
wait,
mean,
wait, there's
you-
a funny one.
You could
Wait,
literally
go
go
down.
on forever with these.
Yeah.
The blinker one.
Which one? Oh, this is funny.
But have you heard of using your turn signal?
What does that mean?
You ever heard of Elf on a Shelf? But have you ever heard of using...
Oh, it's just like a
your
random-
turn
Just like
signal?
Has nothing to do with it.
angry, yeah.
You ever heard of raising your
I've heard
turn?
one that's... buddy, have you ever heard of using your fucking turn
Yeah.
signal?
You're an elf on the shelf. You ever heard of using your fucking... Oh, Wario on a fucking... No, that's not. It's Waluigi on a squeegee.
Oh, I don't know.
Waluigi, yeah. It's easy to remember. One's Wario and one's Waluigi. It's just Mario and Luigi, but you added WA to the beginning of both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Vader on a tater.
Vader on a
Vader on a
tater.
tater.
Dude, oh, Mew on a pew. Look at that.
Would you have got that?
We did. We talked about this. I didn't. I thought it was Mewtwo.
No, Mewtwo's bigger.
I don't know those things.
Mew.
Possum on who?
Blossom.
Okay. What is that? Raider on a razor? Taser on a razor.
I don't know who that is.
Aang. His name is Aang.
Yeah, but what is he?
He's
Avatar on a cookie jar. or something.
Avatar in a cookie jar.
Which is a shitty one. You
Yeah,
suck.
that's not
Whoever
a
made
good
that
one.
meme, you suck. Sorry we even gave
Go
you
back to
credit.
meme school, you
Go back to
loser.
meme school, you dumbass. Nobody's getting laid making memes like
But
that.
just like, what's this one?
That's a taser on a razor.
Oh, but just like any rabbit hole you go to, it gets dark eventually.
Yeah.
We've only gone a little bit
We've only
down this
cracked the
page,
surface, yeah.
and look how long it takes to get dark.
No. No. What's wrong with people and why did they pick a child?
Why did they pick a child?
We're not going to read this one, but if you can see it, it's Tigger on something bad.
On something.
I can't do it.
What's it on the screen?
I didn't make the meme, people. Animals did.
Animals.
Animals
Right.
made the meme. And they picked a child. They couldn't pick a grown urban man. Why couldn't they do that?
Just like a
Gotta pick a little child for something like that.
maybe
No,
like
I'm just
Bill
kidding.
Cosby or something.
Yeah, pick a
Yeah.
piece of shit. Like some kind of piece of shit dude, bro. Oh man, that's fucked up.
Oh fuck.
What is that? Something on
I
a
don't
duck.
know.
Fuck on a
Oh,
duck.
my
Who
gosh.
knows? These are good though.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's cuck on the duck.
Cock on the duck. Somebody should put some fucking doofus with like there's some emo clothes on, like outraged over something, just like mad small and twink looking, and just put him. Just put him on like the Liberty Bell. Incels on the Liberty Bells.
Oh, that's a good one. We should eat that.
Little twink fuckers running around. Chicken on a hawk.
Cock on a hawk.
That's dumb. Dumb. Fidget spinner on a chicken dinner. How stupid is that? But it's not bad.
Would you have gotten that one? I didn't click on it because I didn't know what it was.
I definitely didn't.
Seinfeld on a.
Minefield?
Yep. Seinfeld on a minefield.
Oh, that's stupid.
Stupid. They're reaching.
They don't know rhyming rules.
They're fucking reaching right there. Queen on a bean. All right, I think
All
we
right,
got the point.
I
I think we got the point, people.
Rick on the brick, yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle here today in Millenia, the most
What's this
important
one?
podcast on the
Dobby
planet.
on a. Elf on a. I don't know what that is.
Dobby on the potty.
That's
He's a
stupid.
shitter.
Is it?
Yeah, but he should just be on a regular toilet. Yachty on the potty's better.
Oh, that's funny. I wouldn't have gotten that.
All right.
All
I got
right.
the point.
We got it. You can go on forever reading this.
Yeah.
So when you get some free time over your holiday, go ahead and check it out, I guess. Or don't. Whatever you want
Or
to do.
don't, whatever.
Whatever you want to do.
Or if you do and you find some really good ones, send them to us.
I'm spilling over
We'll
here.
appreciate
and
it.
stuff.
All right, so I guess we'll move on to our next topic, which is Beanie's Corner.
Beanie's Corner.
Just a question for you both, right? And I know we talked about this, but whatever. Obviously, I'm in a really happy, committed relationship. But I was thinking about, like, embarrassing moments of my life. Just thinking about, you know, our quarters and stuff. But I was thinking about the one and only attempt I ever did at asking a guy out in my entire life and how it backfired so badly.
How did it backfire?
Oh my god. Well, so I asked a guy out. This was like 10 years
How
ago.
did you do it?
Through Facebook Messenger? I don't even know. Like, I don't remember.
I used to
And
play Facebook Messenger,
something
hard body.
asked him out.
still
He
do
was
a little
like, I'm busy, can't do lunch, I'm studying. I was like, fuck, whatever, it's over. And then, like, fast forward 7 years later, I'm like, I have to try again. I went
7 years?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I went back and I went into our Facebook Messenger.
Dish best served cold, huh?
I went back into, because this is what happens, right? I was in only long-term committed relationships, and then when I was finally single, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try it one more time.
One more time, the 7-year-old saga continues.
And I'm talking to Haiti about this. I'm like, Haiti, be my consultant. Tell me what I should do. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm single again. I need to start dating
fuck that
Muslim
motherfucker. That's a Haiti.
She probably, yeah, for sure she was. But no, she's like, just fucking ask him out again. I'm like, all right. And then I go back to our Facebook Messenger like conversation, and I didn't see where I asked him out. So I'm like, maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I dreamt
It was all in your head.
Yeah, maybe I dreamt it. So
7-year-old memory can be pretty unreliable.
that's true, because as we can tell from my blunt paraphernalia, whatever.
Yeah, it's
memory,
still floating
I
around
smoked a
out.
lot of weed in college,
It's still
and
floating
maybe I
around.
didn't do it. So
It's
anyway,
all running back.
I worked up the courage to start like messaging him again, and again I'm single, but I chickened out. And I told Haiti, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just not fit for dating. I'm gonna go to like Muslim Tinder and just go through there. But why I remember this and why this is just a pivotal moment in my life, I'm at the Indian grocery store, and this man lives nowhere near me. But who do I see at the fucking Indian grocery store when I'm not ready for it? Is him.
Did he know? Did he have any high and shit?
Yeah, because we were like talking a little bit, but nothing crazy, and I just couldn't work up the balls to say anything aside from how's life.
Yeah, but he
right?
should.
How's life? That's a weird
Exactly.
question, right? How's
Oh my
life?
god.
Yeah.
And I see him, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
That's what you said to him?
Because I couldn't think of anything. And I so
Buying
exactly.
Indian
It's like,
groceries,
my
clearly.
parents live here or something. I don't even know.
I'm clearly buying Indian
And
groceries.
so
Why are you in the Indian store?
because I shop there every
Is it
meeting.
like kind of similar?
Same thing. It's all
Yeah.
the same shit. So I run away and call Haiti. And I'm like, Haiti, guess what the fuck just happened? And I'm telling her, And I'm like, I'm so fucking awkward. I'm not meant for dating. And I turn around, and he's right
Oh
fucking there.
no, dude! What did he say?
Nothing. We made awkward eye contact, and I ran the fuck away. I
You
haven't
just
seen
ran
him
away?
since. It's been like
Good for
3
you.
years.
I would have
Yeah.
ran away too. Damn, that is an embarrassing story.
Right, and this is why I feel
Oh,
like
no. I was like thinking the whole time, this isn't so bad. That last part really put
Yeah,
Yeah.
that really put a nail on
this
the
is why
head.
I'm so happy that Chris pursued me and I didn't have
Yeah,
to.
well, that's what that's how
How
it's
did that
supposed to go.
start? How
usually.
did he say?
Chris,
Yeah.
I mean, he just wouldn't
The
take
first
no for
time.
an answer. I was like, no.
First time he was just like,
Let's hang out. Let's go to the mall.
oh yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Let's go to the mall.
We went
I feel
shopping.
like he asked me that once too, man. I guess I was behind the curve. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, I probably have tons of embarrassing stories. I embarrass myself all the time. But I have no fear on the internet. Like, I just feel like you're not a real person.
Yeah.
It's so sick. Yeah, it's sick.
That's horrible.
Yeah, like when I talk to people on the internet, they're just not a human being to me. So like I'll shoot shots that I would never shoot in real life. I'll take chances I would never take in real life.
Yeah.
And and it's just because it's the internet. I
Just
can
law
do
of
it.
averages.
Yeah, just law of averages, dude. Like, hey, like,
Oh, I was scarred from that.
have any more pictures?
More pictures in the
Like, you know you're getting blind. I'm getting blind. I'm like, yeah, this is a 75% chance to get blind right here. But sometimes it's a win. But in real life, I've never been axed out before now. I don't think anyone's ever approached me and was like, oh, you want to go out? No.
That's funny. Actually, my wonderful girlfriend now, we went out as just people who worked together and friends for like a couple weeks while she was kind of finding a job. We went out to get lunch or get dinner or whatever after work or in between different appointments, different interviews or whatever. We hung around so much, and then one day she was just like, do you want to go catch a comedy show? And I was like, yeah. And after that, you know, it was
That's how you found that place?
Well, yeah, that's when I found that comedy place that that comedy club.
Well, we met Rockin' Robin.
Rockin'
Rockin'
Robin. Shout out to
yeah.
Rockin' Robin. Yeah, that was like the day before we launched the podcast. We went to that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
So
So-
Don Maria, it was good.
So we saw that. So we went to that. We had dinner, and then after that, it was just easy for me to.
But I feel like that's how, like mostly goes. I mean, our one mutual friend, she made me make a point to, but you know how that woman can be. Shout out to you, Mr. God. But she, I remember her, like, I had to ask her. Like, even though we had already hung out, it's like I had to re-ask her.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want to go out on a date and have it planned? And I had to have everything, like,
Yeah.
all ready to go. And, I mean, whatever floats your boat. But no, nobody has ever asked me out. I probably asked a bunch of people out that said no. But I'm always cooler than they are anyways. They probably just say no.
I feel like the way that
I just
girls-
look, I'm like, you're an idiot. I
I
just
think
move on.
the way that girls have asked me out or have, I guess, gave me a hint to ask them out is by going like, oh, you know, I really can't wait to watch that movie, or, you know, I've never been to a comedy show. Or,
Yeah. They
You
just
know,
line
and
that
then
shit up.
it's just like, it's just lining it up like.
Right, but I don't count that as like, like
I
asking
feel
me
like
out.
I count that just because it's just be like, all right, what other reason would you be telling me this?
Right,
for?
right.
There's no other reason for a girl to be
They
like,
just like comedy
oh, I
shows.
wish I could, you know, lay in bed with a Mexican guy, and I go like, I'm not Mexican, but you can pretend I am.
It's very true. Or like they'll say they've never been with, and then say the type of dude you are. Yeah, so that's pretty
I've
obvious.
never been with an Alexio before.
Yeah, fine. Like you saying right now. Like you saying right now. I don't know. Honestly, a lot of my recent dating has either been serious or on the internet. And the internet, I don't treat them like human beings, so I
It's
can't.
just not real.
I really have no comment on this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just not real, right? They're on the internet.
I guess.
I think if you're a girl and you want to shoot your shot, just shoot your shot.
I did meet that one girl that happened to date Chris, and I think I talked so highly of Chris that she never answered me ever again.
You also told me that you
Blocked me immediately.
were like talking to the other people.
Oh yeah, well that guy was having a good game. He was bowling a good game. I wanted to make sure I was there for him.
Talking to somebody else.
There was a guy next to us on the lane. All right, so I'm on a date with this girl at a bowling alley. And then the guy next to us was bowling gonna bowl like a 275. It's the best game of his life, and he was freaking out, and so I was freaking out along with him. And and she was not fun, and he was pretty fun. So yeah, I would rather have hung out with him.
Ladies, just the moral of that story is, if you have a vagina, just make sure that's not the only thing that makes you interested.
Yeah, for real, for real. Especially if you're gonna just be a
Fair. Good point.
prude one. Oh my god, that always bothers me too. So
Oh,
wait,
you're a prude.
You're a prude and you
bored?
suck.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? You can't do both of those things.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to be fun.
They had news, dude. Like I mean, who? No wonder no one. I remember one girl. I'm online. This is a funny one. So I'm online, and this girl. I was like, I always ask them. I'm like, what you know, what brings you on here? What are you looking for on here? Because if they're like something serious, I just stop answering at that point. It's like if you're immediately gonna tell me you're looking for something serious on the internet.
Yeah.
You need help. There's something wrong with you. You're on the interweb. Like it's not safe out here. Like you're crazy for that. You don't even know if I'm a real person. You're telling me you want something serious. Like that's craziness to me. So this one person, that's what she said, and then she started like asking me questions like, do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you have tattoos? And I'm like, why are you judging someone with tattoos? She's like, I'm not judging, I'm just asking. I'm like, well, do you judge somebody who smokes cigarettes? Yeah, I don't like smoking cigarettes. I'm like, okay, well, you put it in the same sentence with the tattoo, so clearly you're judging it all the same. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not judging, I just want to know. And then I asked her earlier in the conversation if she had any luck. She's like, I'm looking for something serious. I'm like, have you had any luck? And then she's like, no, not really yet. So then by the time we got to this part of the conversation, I made sure to try and fix her life. And I'm like, listen, I don't think that most guys want to be judged within the first 30 seconds of meeting you. I certainly do not, and I think it's a large part to do with why you haven't met somebody on the internet yet. I was like, good luck to you, but I would stop being so judgmental. And I sent that thing out there, and I don't know, I think she apologized or something, but I just stopped answering. And I do this on a weekly basis if I'm using those apps, just give people life knowledge that I think they need to know. Like one of my favorites, and then we'll let you guys
change that girl's life.
Yeah.
Try to change your life. One of my favorites is like when I just met you. Hey, how's it going? Good. What's up? Nothing much. Just chilling. What are you up to? Oh, nothing. They start feeding me negativity, like how shitty their day was. Third message in. Mm-hmm. I go, listen, I think you need to practice more positivity in your life, and I don't have time for your baggage and mine. And I send them on their way, dude, because they need to learn that, like, no one on the internet gives a shit about your problems, and no one in the world really cares. Like, right. I just met you, dude. I don't need to know about all this shitty stuff that happened to you today.
Your traffic jam.
Yeah, like, I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. And I hate the judgmental questions, too. So, ladies, if you're having trouble finding an actual man on the internet, stop judging the shit out of them until you at least meet them in person.
Stop looking on the internet, probably.
Yeah, stop looking at the internet. Yeah, the internet is for those are fucking apps. Those are not dating apps. That's what they're for.
Unless you want to fuck,
then then they're good. They're awesome. They're that's what they're for.
Judgment free.
Judgment free. I don't judge.
Probably some judgment, but not from us.
Not from today in Millenia. And I think that's a great way to wrap it up. This is our holiday episode. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Tree. We really appreciate you coming out. Make sure that if you're listening on YouTube, you like and subscribe. Subscribe on Apple. Comments. We like the Snapchat stuff that comes in, the feedback, anything you guys want to add, segments you like better than others, all things like that. We're always trying to get better here.
Also, if you think somebody might like it, or or whatever it is,
you like it,
share it.
Yeah.
For sure. And when Nick says Snapchat, he means Instagram.
Snapstagram, yeah. Instinct chat.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
All of it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Any of them. Just put it on all of them. I don't know, anything. Yeah, Instagram, that's what I meant. Instagram, Today in Millenia or today.millennia.
Yeah.
So we're on there. And everybody have a wonderful holiday. If you're spending time with your friends and family, enjoy it. This is a Jocko Willing quote. I'll read it to you. If you're spending time with your friends and family, enjoy. Let's see if I can do this all photographic. I'm going to read it right out of my head. If you're working, we appreciate you. If you're deployed, we salute you. And if you're gone, you're never forgotten. Have a great rest of your holiday, guys, and a wonderful Christmas, Kwanzaa, Easter, fucking Hanukkah, Ramadan,
New Year,
Yom Kippur, all of them. Boom. We love them here today in Millenia. Have a great one, whichever one you're celebrating.
Bye.
Bye.